Hi guys, it's Dawn from Let's Make a Mess today. How are you doing? Well, you can see what I've been doing. I have been busy working on these three lovelies. I have just spent the last 2 days crafting and working on these journals, and I love them, and I can't wait to show them to you. These, it's funny how I'm doing these sets of three. I just kind of like doing that. I don't know why. I think three's a lucky number, right? I don't know. But anyway, so we have Patsy, Penny, and Pandy, and their sisters, and they're basically all the same size. I mean, yeah, this one's a little bit bigger, like longer, but like this one's like fatter, and I mean, so basically it all works out that they're all the same size. They're all going to be priced the same on Etsy because basically they all have the same stuff, except for a little bit different. So every one of these, let's just get started. Everyone's going to come with a little envelope that has some lace and some pearls in it. And I was gifted these little appliques, these pink appliques with the sequins. And I thought those were pretty. So there's like 3 different kinds of lace. And some little, I don't know, rotels? Wait, that's a diced tomato, isn't it? Oh, well, never mind that. Well, you know what this is, right? I get, it's a round thing, but what do they call round things? A rose something. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, and then some pink pearls and some beige cream pearls. And so there you go. So that's going to be off I couldn't fit it in there. Not one more thing is going to fit in here. So do you guys recognize this cover? Isn't this lovely? This was a Dollar Tree bag, guys. But it's like not paper. It's almost like a vinyl. It's really lovely. And so I thought, let me try it. And it's so strong. And you can wipe it off. I mean, it's wonderful. It's just a nice cover. So I couldn't wait to do it. And on these are Flowish journals, so they're meant to be all used as supplies, right? These are all supplies. The paper and everything that's attached to the paper is meant to come out and to be used, as well as the fiber. But the clasp here that you see is something that Tammy Brackett does, and thankfully she showed us how to do it. And I was using the little horn things that you wrap this around, but I noticed she was using these, and she said she loved them, and then she showed us how to do it. So thank you, Tammy Brackett. And if you haven't been to her channel, she does the beautiful Flowish journals that she sells, you guys. So just go ahead on over to Tammy's if you're interested in purchasing some of these wonderful Flow journals. And hers always have kind of a nice theme to them, and she's very professional. So, yeah, I think you'll love her if you don't already. I'm sure you already do. So anyway, so yeah. So there we go. So this is Penny, okay? I've named them all. This is Penny. Penny is approximately, you guys, because I'm not like engineer math wizard, or even I can't even measure very well. That's, whatever. But this is 6 by 3 1/4 by 8 sort of by 1 by 3/4. So this is Penny, and let's just get started, and I'll show you Penny. Let's move Patsy and Pandy out of the way. So Penny comes with these lace and pearls, and I start off with a ATC that I created, and some Valentines for you that you can use for your Valentines or your ATCs or whatever you want to make. So you have a little Valentines. Now this is February, so you will see some Valentine-y inspiration throughout the book. Not a lot, just a little bit, because I wanted, I wanted to do that, because I thought maybe you guys would be working on it. So we have a Stork Bingo card that's kind of a nice thick card that I thought you could use for for your crafts, and another type of a index card, an accounting sheet, which is very cool. And then there's a lot of vintage stuff in here, guys, a lot. And a vintage brain teaser. Everybody has one of those. Everybody has basically the same thing, but I'm going to go ahead and show you anyway. And I found these awesome canasta cards. Aren't these cool? Canasta. And so, yeah. So I thought I would throw these in here with one of these Tim Holtz cards for you. And remember, those can be used for ATCs. And then we have some little flowers, and then some pretty little... you'll have some scrap paper throughout. And here's some other interesting scrap paper that I was gifted and that I threw in here. And again, the vintage images. Really cool. So, yeah. And then this is the Liberace page. And look what he said. He said, well, look at me. Look me over. I did wear it to be noticed. Isn't that cute, that lamp? Kind of a mixed media looking lamp. So you have some some of the gnome book and some wallpaper with some flowers on it. Some of that potion book, you know, that real fun little book. Some music sheets and little tags. This Paris wine laugh. And then I put, this is a little gift. There's a couple of these throughout the book where you're not going to be able to, I can't show you because they're just little special ephemera that's in there and you'll have to open it. So this is wrapped in pattern paper for you. And then, of course, you have some more scrap paper and some math paper and some of those really long Post-it notes that I just thought were awesome for noting. And then here's some just white art paper, but then I wanted to add, not art paper, but you know what I mean, tags and things. And I added a couple of bookmarks for you. And this is that vintage car book with some more vintage music sheets. There's the other little side of that little ugly gnome guy. And then this is just a gift that I found online. It's like a little paper doll. Isn't she sweet? So I thought I'd add her there for you. And then some more index cards, and then just some more cut out black and whites that somebody actually shared with me, and I'm sharing with you. And again, it is Valentine, so I just put a little Valentine ephemera in here. Oh, check this out. It's a huge, 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 huge. I don't have my. Yes, I do. Puzzle piece. And I thought that'd be fun to use, you know? It's, might help. They're all 5.5 by, to the shortest end, 4.5. Isn't that cool? Thought I'd add that for you to alter up. Oh, by the way, you're welcome in advance. So just in case you forget to get somebody a Valentine, here's one for you. So I put a Valentine in here. This one says, every love story is beautiful, but ours is my most favorite because it never ends. Happy Valentine's. Now, I do have a few cards that I think found at a thrift store or something one time. And I don't have oh, that does go there. I don't have a Valentine, so I thought I'd just give them to you. And so if you do happen to find yourself in a bind that you haven't gone out and gotten a Valentine, did I just say Valentine? I mean Valentine, you're welcome then, because now you do. Here's some little frames that you can use, and here's Penny. Here's pennies for Penny. The book is Penny. And then here's some beautiful art sheets, and I love these birds. This is another art page. This is the Shabby Chic book. This is the Asian book that has nice little. This is the Asian book, but some pages of it are actually, see the Asian. Some pages are in English, but it's just a beautiful book. Oh, and here's some very vintage papers. Look at the gorgeousness of this. This is some poems, and here's like some kind of a receipt, and then these. Somebody just recently gifted me a lot of stuff, and if you're watching and you know who you are, thank you so much. You really helped me because I was running out of things. This is from the Post. This is the animal book, and some of these images are really old-fashioned and gorgeous, and I love this. This was like a first page in a book, but look at these gorgeous, gorgeous birds. And we've got some of these. This one says, I never saw a wild thing sorry for itself. Wow. D.H. Lawrence. That's cute. I just read that. You got to take it as it comes. Well, we know that for sure. We know that. And then some Punchinella. And then some of the flowers that I created for you to play with and have. These books are packed, you guys. And some art pages and a time sheet. And I love these. Look. They're playing cards, but they're Bud Light. Or Bud, King of Beers. Isn't that cool? Oh, those were really cool. I love those. And so here's some of the Asian sheets. And here is a, you can use, it's a library, what do you call it? Pocket? But it has owls on it. I thought that was lovely. And some bling. And we never had library pockets that looked like that one. I was a kid. So, yeah. And then I put in a few, beautiful napkins. Now, I did have to take out the one sheet of white because these are so fat, I'm really worried about them fitting in my envelope. But my envelopes are always the FedEx ones. No, not the FedEx. The regular, legal size envelopes so that I can put more stuff in it. But I don't even know if I'm going to be able to fit more, but I'll try. So here's a jelly print paper for you. And I noticed when I was putting this away, this is that big poster, that really cool poster, that it's a peacock. And so I have some peacock note cards. So I put the peacock note cards in there for you. I'll behind it. So there's that. And there's some beautiful images. And then a art card, an artist information card. This is Jan Van Eyck. And then the pennies for penny. And this is interesting. I bought a bunch of stamps, and I picked out this one for Andrew Wyeth. And once I used all the stamps, I thought this is really cool. So I just kept it. I'm just using that for you guys. Everybody has one of those. And then what happened here? So I just have a picture of a wolf there. And this is another one of those surprise envelopes that I told you you'll have, because I want you to be surprised, have a little something different. This is that kid that did that journal when he went to Africa and stuff, and I just loved his technique. So I thought I'm always sharing that page with you. I'll share it until the book is gone, you guys. And then again, here's some hearts for Halloween. Hearts for, well, it's black. Hearts for Valentine's Day, and you can use those for stencils. And here's another little envelope that's filled with goodies for you. And there's, I think isn't that Van Gogh? Yeah. Like I have to ask. And here's a tag. And here's some more envelopes, right? More napkins that I took the inside out with the Halloween. Why did I? Well, it might as well be, because it doesn't mean anything to me. It's Valentine's Day. The only Valentine's I'm going to get is the ATCs for our swap, you guys. Isn't that gorgeous? So that'll be fun. And then a couple of these little cards that I just picked up this weekend. Remember I showed you for my haul? Aren't those cute? Stuck some of those in there. And then again, some Project Life cards. And then these cards that you can just use for tags or whatnot. But again, on these particular ones right here, I would not cover the wine. I might cover the back, but I wouldn't cover the wine because I just think they're lovely. They did a really nice. The photographer was really good. So there's that. And in here, this opens up. No, this opens up. And then in the back we have, oh, everybody's going to get a chocolate recipe because these are just so cool. Chocolate Italian cheesecake on one side and chocolate chip cheesecake on the other side. And then a little box for whatever. You can open that up and create a box out of it. And it's a brown coffee filter, but it looks, old. So those are cool to use in your art. So there you have it. And then it closes. I'm going to put this one in here so I know who she is. I'll just do it like that so I can grab it. Because I have to take some pictures and put her online today. So there you go. I knew that was going to happen when I try to do it in front of you, right? It always does. It's really not that hard, but it's just, there we go. See, it's just so fat. She's a fat one, guys. Okay, so let's look at who's next. This is Pandy. This is Pandy. And again, Pandy just has some one of the ATCs that I created with some Valentines. And she has the stork and the mind bender. And she has a couple of those cards that we just looked at a second, like the wine cards that I said don't cover. And a beautiful napkin. And again, I took out the insides. Pandy is 7.5 by 5.5 by 2. And some of those vintage pages. And some beautiful pictures and images. This is handmade paper with some leaves in it. Isn't that gorgeous? I add that to this. See, they're all a little different. So then you have a little bit. You have a little bit here of the pattern paper with a little present in there. So you can't show you. Sorry. And then the Liberace pages. This one's so cool. It's got all of his bows. So this would be fun to cut out and put on something, right? I thought so. And then one of these timed cards. And again, some of these black and white cards that are really cool. Somebody gifted those to me. I'm gifting those to you. And then some mask sheets. And then you have different scrap paper here and there. And then that little label. And then again, some stencils with hearts. For the thing. There's the man himself. His big, beautiful bow ties. Those are some. Can you imagine the work that went into those bow ties? Ugh. And then an art card. And this one is for Sandro Botticelli. So we get to all learn about a artiste. And then you'll have some music sheets in a little, one of those envelopes, those things that came out of the light bulbs that I told you could make tags out of. I started one there for you. And here's some index card type things. And we have one of those little girls. She's a pattern doll that you can cut out and play with. And some wallpaper stencil. No, not stencil, but wallpaper just to use for maybe some decoupage or something. And again, a little everything's sweet because it is Valentine's. And one of those really cool pages. And then ledger sheet, old-fashioned ledger sheet. And again, the canasta cards with some Tim Holtz cards. Some pretty pages, some beautiful art sheets, some more beautiful art paper, pictures, some Asian paper, and again, some bookmarks and just some index cards to play with. Some of that cool Post-it note. Everybody got a little bit of that Post-it note because I just love that Post-it. If I could have given you the whole thing, I would have, but it got too fat. And again, this really, really vintage paper. Look at that. Look at the color on that. It's just lovely. Love it, love it, love it. And I'm letting it stick out the top because I don't want to bend it. I don't know what you want to do with it, but I don't want to bend it in case you want to use it that way. There's some of those animal cards that are really nice and thick that can be used for tags or whatnot. And another little envelope filled with some goodies for you. Little ephemera. Again, we have the two things. You'll see those in the next one as well. And some frames. Scrapbook paper frames. And then the two Valentine napkins. Music sheets. Cute little wolf with his puppies. Oh, did I tell you my brother has a half wolf? And then I probably told you that 20 times, sorry. And then another envelope filled with some ephemera. And this one says, what you think you become and feel feelings. And I love those. And it's true. When I was going to a high school in Portland, Oregon, the high school, when you walked in the door, it said, what you are to be, you are now becoming. Isn't that amazing? So I'm going to pause this while I take a sip. That was no sip, you guys. That was a glug, glug, glug. I was thirsty. Okay, and here's another Valentine. And again, you're welcome. So if you actually forget, you'll have one on hand. It says, you make me blush. Happy Valentine's Day. And then you have gnome sheets. Isn't that cute? A little gnome puppet. That's cute. Some pretty pages. Some of that art page from the kid. Oh, gotta put something in there. Shall we grab something real quick? Shall we grab something real quick? Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's just add some of this. How's that? Some scrap paper out of my. There we go. I can't have an empty an empty pocket. There's some more little scrap sheets. You know, I just can't. And I love having extra scraps that people send me too because it's fun to, you know, because you don't have to buy a whole paper pack just to have a little extra something. And again, the library pocket with a little bit of plink in it. And that optical illusion paper. And some of the flowers that I created. Ooh, shiny. And again, that stamp thing. The bud, and some more ephemera. Just some things you can make tags out of. These would be fun to, what do you call it? Jelly plate. It'd be fun to jelly plate a lot of this stuff, to be quite honest with you. A little bunny. A little gnome. She's cute. She looks like she's shy. A shy gnome. A little punchinella. Another little card to use for a tag or whatever. And we have some. Oh, that was fun. I'm going to do some jelly plating today later, maybe, you guys, if I can get around to it. I love jelly plating. And again, some stickers and another one of these huge puzzle pieces. And so there you go. There's Pandy. She's about as packed can be. I'm kind of worried about getting her in the I mean I will. I'll be okay. I'll get her in there. I'm gonna get it in there somehow. That's for sure. But I don't know how many extras now I'll be able to send with these because they're just so big. Oh, but she gets one of these as well. And hers is from Los Angeles, and so she's good. You know, so everybody gets one of those. So that'll be fun. And then the last but not least, we have this one we named Patsy, which That was my grandmother's Chihuahua's name, so I don't mind. I just thought that was well, actually the first name I thought of was Patsy. And she's a big one. She is fat. Well, yeah, she's fat. She's fatty. 5 by 5 by 7 1/4 by 2 1/4 approximately. She's thick, you know, but they're all really thick, and they all have the same wonderful wipeable. This is lovely. If I go to the Dollar Tree and if I find this material on a bag again, bam, done. I'm buying it. You got it. So, okay, so what do we have here? We have a, there's a man standing outside my window, and I don't know what he's doing. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Oh, he looked so funny until I looked down and saw the dogs. I'm like, why is he walking around in circles? That looked really weird. Okay, so we have an ATC that I did, a Valentine ATC, and I added you a few ATCs for your pleasure. And then again, this one has some of the little frames in it and some of the beautiful journaling cards that you can make into tags and some flowers. Everybody has the same flowers. And everybody has a little bit different jelly sheets, jelly prints. These are so much fun. I gotta get back into that. I'm doing that later. I've been busy. This takes a long time. I don't know if you guys if you've ever never made one of these, you should actually make it just to see how long it takes. But clear your schedule for the weekend, guys. Just saying, it's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a labor of love. So here's some beautiful poppy napkins, and again, I took out the white because I needed to have the space in here. And again, a little package for you to open once you get it. A little surprise package, just like Cracker Jack. And then again, everybody has a this one. I love these because this one just has one. The front page, I guess. But the recipe's all on one page. There's no turning of the page. So this is a 3-layer chocolate torte. So if you make it, send me a piece. Just saying. And okay, and you'll get another Valentine here. So this one says, I am quite simply positively in love with you. Happy Valentine's Day. So in a pinch. And if you don't need it, you can just use it for some ephemera for your ATCs. Or you can jelly plate over the top of it. And again, I'm putting some of these wonderful black and whites that somebody sent me in here. Isn't that cool? Why is he holding up a shoe? That's kind of an interesting one. Okay, well, there you go. So if you can answer that question, let me know. And then we have some more math sheets and one of those big, huge puzzle pieces. Oh, wait a minute. This guy got 2 chocolate. Okay, I'm gonna have to look through the other one to make sure somebody didn't get. Wait a minute. I gotta make sure I have to go back and make sure that. Oh, I'm wasting your time. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to make sure that somebody didn't get 2. Or is that the same? That's the same one. Wait, no. Look, this has got to go somewhere else. Uh-oh, somebody's missing one. Okay, that's not good. So this one will have the chocolate layer torte, like we said, and then I got to go find out who's missing their chocolate almond torte. Okay, good catch, guys. And then some of these index cards. Oh, and these are like little certificates that you can use. This one has some beautiful art pages in it, some little, and some Asian paper, and some of those bud cards. And just some more painting paper that I did a long time ago. I think this is like one of the first painting papers I did online. I loved it. And then some of that paper and some of that font paper. And again, some of these bookmarks and index cards and some cute gnomes. And this little girl again, isn't she darling? Just added that in there for you. Some more Asian paper, and here's that guy's journal, Dan's journal again. And then some beautiful, ooh, crackly art. Very cool. And then an envelope that has little presents in there for you. Nothing in there, but I'm gonna do that. There we go. We have some more gnomes and a little tag that you can create, and then some of those Post-it notes. Just a little welcome card, because I just love this card. It's embossed, you know. I just love embossed cards. There's something about an embossed card. And then some of that wallpaper flowers. And then some of the flowers that I created are in there for you. And then again, Andrew Wyeth in there. And then the third signature, we have some more jelly plate. Isn't that lovely? Gosh, that's gorgeous. I want to make some more. And then we have some stencils for you with little hearts on them. And then the little pug. The pug and the pig. Isn't that cute? I had a guinea pig one time. Her name was Cuddles. And we loved her. And she let me give her a bath. And yes, I did put pink bows in her hair. And she let me, because she was one of those really long, silky ones. Oh my gosh, she was gorgeous. So there's always a silver lining. And the purpose of life is to discover your gift. The meaning of life is to give your gift away. Wow. That's nice. But I like the blue one on this side because it matches the side. Okay. And then we have another one of these for you. And some pretty more bows from Liberace. And some more canasta cards. And some more scrap paper. And another little doodad full of whatnots. How'd you like that? I liked that one. Doodad full of whatnots. And then some punchinella. And then an art guy. This art guy happens to be Leonardo da Vinci. Sorry. No disrespect intended, just playing. And then we have another one of these pockets, library pockets with some bling. And don't look at my nails. Boy, I've been, when you dig in paper as much as I have, number one, your hands, you do need a nice hand cream. But number two, your nails and everything takes a beating. Nothing in my house is getting done. And there we have it. So there we go. Okay, so there's the third one. And again, this one is going to be, this one has a Harley Davidson cafe. And this one is Patsy. Okay, and I am going to find out who's missing the chocolate glazed almond tart recipe and put that in there. And then I will be putting these on the website as their names and their approximate measurements. Okay, so anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, you guys, and I'll talk to you real soon. Let's do some art later, okay? Talk soon. Bye, guys.